All right. Hi again. This part, we're going to just look at examples of classifying the real numbers using everything we did on the last video, all that vocabulary and everything. Everything that it can belong to. So, negative 185 in its finest or most precise set, I would say it's an integer. Now, if it's an integer, it is also, I'm looking at my diagram we made, if it's an integer, because you notice it's got no fraction part or decimal part, it is an integer, and it's negative. It's not positive, so it's not a whole number. So let's put integer, which is z. Okay, if it's an integer, it is also a rational number. We'll put q. And if it's a rational number, then it is also a real number, which is our fancy R. Okay. Now part B, negative square root of 49. Well, the square root of 49 is 7. So the negative square root of 49 is negative 7. And I would categorize this the same way that I categorized this one. It's got no fraction part, so we can call it an integer. We can call it a rational. Gotta be careful how I say that. Just rational. And we can call it real. Close those parentheses. My fancy R. The square root of 95. Okay. I happen to know, and you might even just want to check on a calculator, but I have a good feeling that you're going to get 9 point and then a bunch of decimals. And when that happens, we're not going to be dealing with an integer. And the decimal is not going to end. Let me get a calculator out real quick. Just it's helpful to see this, I think. Okay, get in focus here. Now that's second, and then the x squared button. And if I hit 95, 9.7467, and then it's not exactly that, so it's 9.74679,435, and then I'm going to put 3 dots. There's no line I'm putting. It's not a repeating decimal. It's just, when that happens, you're dealing with an irrational number. Irrational, we use capital I for the set of irrational numbers, and irrational numbers are a subset of the real numbers, the big group. And then negative 7/8. It's a fraction. It can't be rewritten as just a whole number. So any number can be written as a fraction is a rational number. That's Q. And then the big group it belongs to, if all these belong to, is R for the set of real numbers. Alright, just a couple more things just about the values here. Put the following numbers, real numbers, on the number line. 3.92. I'm going to put right here, which is really close to 4. Pi over 2. Now that's 3.14 divided by 2. There's also pi, which is that. And then if I divide that by 2, 1.57. So this is approximately 1.57. So that's about halfway between 1 and 2. So I'm going to put, in the form it was written, pi over 2. I'm not going to write 1.57. I'm going to write pi over 2. Negative square root of 16, that's negative 4. I'm going to put it right there. Put the negative square root of 16 over it. Negative 7/4. I think that's negative 1 3/4. If you convert that to a mixed number. Here's negative 1, about 3/4 of the way is right here. Negative 1, negative 7/4. I said I wanted to keep it in the same form it was in. Square root of 21 I'm not real sure about, so I'm going to put second here, second, and then the square root of 21. And I get 4.58 approximately. That's approximately 4.58. So halfway between 4 and 5, a little closer to 5 than it is to 4. Square root of 21, and then 2 is right there. It's actually got its place on the number line. So just putting things on the number line, giving value to all these rational and irrational numbers, integers, whole numbers, and so on. All right, now same thing, just putting value. Square root of 52 divided by 8. I'm just going to divide that out real quick on the calculator. That's 6.5. Square root of 42. .48. Those are really close. 6.5 though is just a touch bigger. That's 6.50. So I'm going to put greater than there. This is negative 6. That's pretty good. If I take negative 25 divided by 4, I get negative 6.25. Okay, now if you're looking at the number line, if I put the negative 6 here, I would go a little further to the left for negative 6.25. This is smaller. I like to point at the smaller one. It points at the smaller one. That's how I remember greater than. It opens up to the bigger side if you want to do it that way. Now, I got the square root of 79 here and 0.98. This is the negative square root of 79. I know that a negative is always going to be less than a positive, so I'm not even going to get the calculator out for that one. All right, you guys take care.